I've been an entrepreneur for more than 16 years now. I've built 5 companies, I own 1 sports team, I continue to invest in startups as an angel investor. And as I was reflecting on this 16-year journey, I decided to make this video where I wanted to share with you 5 powerful lessons that I have learned through my journey as an entrepreneur. So in this video, I'm going to break down for you 5 powerful entrepreneurship lessons that I've learned through my journey as an entrepreneur. The first lesson that I learned as an entrepreneur was that passion is overrated. Yes, you heard me right. I said it. Passion is overrated. When I started my journey as an entrepreneur and I set up Quantum Leap as a training and coaching company, for the first 8 years, I was not paying myself, but I was passionately delivering value to my customers. And in fact, there were so many times I used to undersell myself because I used to always tell myself, I'm getting the opportunity to make a difference in people's lives. This is my passion, this is my purpose, so let me do it. But after 8 years of making mistakes and undervaluing myself and underselling myself, reality hit hard one day when I realized that passion plus the proficiency to be able to grow your business is what helps you build a profitable business. If you only have passion, but you don't have the proficiency means capabilities. If you don't have the proficiency and the capability of marketing, of selling, of pitching your products or services at the right price and closing business, then you will never make profits for yourself. And if you don't make profits, that passion turns into poison over a period of time, because internally you start feeling like a hypocrite and you start feeling, I'm not good enough. I am doing whatever I'm doing. I claim to enjoy doing it, but it's not rewarding me. So you don't want to go into that trap of feeling like a hypocrite. And that's why I always understand this. Passion plus proficiency equals profitability. Give this priority. Don't just give passion all the priority. The second lesson I learned, which was in line with the first one actually, is that if you're good at what you do, it's your responsibility to market yourself. For far too long as an entrepreneur, I used to believe my product will speak for itself, my service will speak for itself. But here's the truth, there's too much noise in the market. Today we live in an era, we live in a world where it's not just your product or your service or the quality of your work that will speak for itself. Beyond that, even you need to speak for yourself. You need to master the craft of marketing. You need to master the craft of content creation, storytelling, which will grab the attention of your target customer and showcase your capability and establish credibility in their minds. If you're good at what you do and you're not marketing yourself, you're doing injustice to yourself. You're also doing injustice to your industry and your fraternity, because you are allowing those who may not have a good quality product or service as you have to get away with getting more business because they're just better at marketing. So my request to you is this. If you have a great product, if you have a great service, then it's time to upgrade your skills and master the craft and the science of marketing. It's your responsibility. Remember that. Which brings me to the third most powerful lesson that I learned through my journey as an entrepreneur. Here's what I learned. It's not your technology that builds the business. It's not your product that builds the business. It's people who build the business. Great companies are not built by great entrepreneurs. Great companies are built by great team members. And the more you understand this and embrace this, and the more you take care of the personal goals of your team members, what are their personal aspirations for themselves, for their career, for their families? If you take care of your team members' goals, then they will take care of the business goals. Every business is a people business, and it's important to give that care, that connection, that bond, that nurturing to your team members. You can't just have a use and throw philosophy towards your team. You need to build them because they are the ones who will build your business. So that's the third most important lesson. People build businesses, nothing else does. Which brings me to the fourth lesson. In the initial years of my journey as an entrepreneur, I was perpetually worried about competition. I used to always think competition will sell at a lower price and take the customer away. Oh, competition got this client and this deal, I didn't get it. And my attention and focus was always on what was the competitor doing. But here's what I realized through my journey. Competition is a myth. It does not matter. Your competition bothers you only when you are not doing what you're supposed to do. Think about it. If you are marketing consistently, if you're selling consistently, if you're achieving your goals consistently, it won't bother you what the competitor is doing. It's only when we don't do what we are supposed to do and we're just waiting for people to come to us, and that person, that customer was supposed to come to us, went to a competitor, then the competitor starts troubling us. But if you're marketing and selling consistently, you have a pipeline of leads, you're closing deals consistently, here and there one or two customers go to a competitor, it won't affect you emotionally. So one thing I realized is I need to disconnect myself from what is happening outside in the market with the competitor. Who are they working with? How much are they selling at? And I have to just focus on what is in my control, which is to market and sell my business consistently and achieve my goals. The bottom line truth is this: when we are achieving our own goals, we don't care about what's happening in the world. So instead of worrying about what's happening outside, let's just focus on our own game. It's such a big stress reliever. I can't tell you how liberating it is when you understand this reality. Now, before I go into the fifth lesson of what I learned through my 16 years of entrepreneurship journey, I want to give you an invitation. If you want to really master the craft of building a business and understand the science of building a business, then I invite you to spend 2.5 hours with me in a live conversation called the Business Success Workshop. At the Business Success Workshop, I break down for you what are the 4 types of businesses. What's an owner-driven business? What's a team-driven business? What's a money-driven business? What's a system-driven business? And how do you build a system-driven business, which is the most scalable format of building a business? At the Business Success Workshop, I also give you specific steps that you need to take to build a business which is focused on growth rather than being stuck in survival. So I invite you to click on the link below, register yourself for the Business Success Workshop. You do get bonuses worth 6,000 rupees once you register yourself and attend the Business Success Workshop. So do the needful right now and continue the learning journey. So with that, let me go to the last and final lesson that I have learned, which I consider as a very powerful entrepreneurship lesson through my journey of 16 years. After being in business for 16 years, after seeing highs and lows, after seeing debts as well as profitability, here's what I have realized. The human brain loves negativity. It gets attracted to negativity easily. That's why no matter how much you achieve or don't achieve, the brain is perpetually stuck in the trap of being worried, being stressed, being tensed, or being scared about something or the other. Now, the moment you get aware to this pattern of the brain, pattern of human psychology where negativity is more attractive to the brain, that's when you can disconnect from that negativity. That's when you can ask the brain to shut up and you can embrace the truth that building a business is a journey. It's a journey of a lifetime. And through this journey, you got to celebrate the journey with joy, with happiness, with gratitude for what you've done. You will always have work that is pending. You'll always have breakdowns that are there. But it's not about the pending tasks or the breakdowns. The bigger the game, the bigger the challenges. And if the challenges are big, then all you need to do is go to bed with a smile every night, knowing that you've built something that is massive. So enjoy the journey. Practice gratitude through the process. Get de-addicted from that addiction of negativity. And that's when you enjoy the process of building a business. It's so important to embrace this lesson. Otherwise, you're perpetually dissatisfied and worried, and you'll forget even why you're doing what you're doing. So I hope you found this video useful. It's just 5 unplugged lessons that I pulled out of my 16-year journey as an entrepreneur. And if you found it useful and relevant and you related to something, then put it in the comment section below. And also make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more such valuable, reflective content on business, and also like this video so that more people get visibility of this video. I look forward to seeing you at the Business Success Workshop. Register if you've not already registered.